Welcome to Miami Cop Talk. Today we're doing a special edition again at our home base, the Miami Community Newspapers. I'm here. My name is Robert Asencio. I'm here with my partner, Raul Correa, and Mr. Michael Miller. Why don't you guys say hi?
Nice to be here. Well, nice to see you.
Good to have
Robert.
you.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Yes.
So today we have a special show because we wanted to talk to this great young man. He's an entrepreneur. He has come up with a fishing app. So anybody that's into fishing, write down this name. fishrulessapp.com. They are an application that helps fishermen identify what fish are legal, what fish are not illegal. I'm sorry, what fish are illegal, and what you should be catching and what you shouldn't be catching in. So without further ado, let's bring on Rick Blaylock, the owner, co-producer, co-creator of fishrulessapp.com. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Doing well. How are y'all doing?
Hey,
Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
Hey, Rick, I know we've talked in the past. We had some offline discussions, a previous Zoom encounter, and we want to welcome you back. And I want to give a shout out to on Instagram. We talked about it. EJ the Fish Slayer, which I mentioned your app too. Didn't know about it, and you can what is it? 500,000 fishermen in Florida, 21 million across. Listen, you got a lot of fishermen that don't know about the app, and that's why you're here. I mean, this guy is a big time fisherman, and he didn't know about your app, so he's downloading it as we speak.
Good deal. I love it. Love to hear that.
So, Rick, why don't you tell us for our audience real quick, because we got about 10 minutes. So why don't you tell them about the app, the origin of the app, and what it does, and how it's affecting not just or being used not just by the fishing community, but certainly government and law enforcement.
Yeah, sure. So Fish Rules was started. I like to tell people Fish Rules was started on a boat out of an argument, which is how all good businesses are started. We were arguing about what do all fishermen have in common. And I told my business partner, Aubrey, I said, Aubrey, I want to start a social networking app. And he said, Rick, I don't even tell my own brother where I fish. So I was like, okay, that's fair. You don't tell me where you fish either, because every time I ask, you say, I caught it in the ocean. So we started talking about what do all fishermen have in common. And it might sound strange to some people, but they have the law. Everybody has to obey the regulations. It's equally confusing. It doesn't matter if you're a novice or an angler. It's very confusing. It changes all the time. Then there's all this geospatial kind of awareness you have to worry about. I'm here in Martin County. I'm not allowed to catch a puffer fish. If I walk over there to Palm Beach County, which is just a few hundred yards away, I can catch a puffer fish. And it's the difference between a $200 ticket or keep it in lunch. So not that I would want to eat a puffer fish for lunch, but so it's complicated the way they get the regulations. Anglers get the regulations right now. You go to a bait and tackle, you buy this laminated card that was printed 6 months ago, has out-of-date regulations a lot of times. So there's a lot of fear that goes into that fishing, especially for newcomers. And so, our slogan is fish without fear. So we're trying to remove that fear, remove that worry. And then on the government side too, they have compliance problems and education things that they've got to do, because making sure there's enough fish in the ocean for all of us fishermen is pretty important. People they'll stop coming to Florida if there's no fish for them to catch. So what we built was an app that at a glance, it uses GPS to figure out where you're at and figures out all the different regulation boundaries and stuff. You can just open up the app, you can tap on black grouper or something like that, and then it'll tell you right then if you can keep it or not based on the information. So you don't have to read legalese and go to your local state website and read through what a lawyer wrote. We make it really easy to consume, and we've done quite well for kind of just bootstrapping the whole thing. So we have around 570,000 users. And then on the government, go ahead.
How many users?
We have around 570,000 users right now.
Not many, do they?
Yeah.
No, you got to work on that number.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a great number, but there's 60 million anglers in the United States. So we have plenty of room to grow.
Absolutely. And how is law enforcement tapping into, because that, Miami Cop Talk, MiamiCopTalk.com, that's what this is all about. How is law enforcement tapping into your app and basically taking all the guesswork out of it. Because if I get stopped by Florida Wildlife or whoever, and they started giving me an attitude, I got my app. I go, hey, hold on a second, right?
Yep. So lots of law enforcement officers, both federal and state officers, use the app to keep up to date with the regulations as well. A lot of them, like you'll see in their boats, they've got this giant printed roll of paper where they can flip through regulations. And a lot of them just stop referencing that, even though that's the official thing. They'll just use fish rules. And it provides both the law enforcement and the anglers like common ground because an angler undoubtedly will pull out the app and go, well, this is what fish rule says. And there's that common ground where it's like, yeah, okay, you're right. I see it here too.
What agencies are using it?
Well, so we have official partnership with Florida, FWC, with several of the federal councils, South Atlantic Federal Council, Gulf, U.S. Caribbean, Hawaii, and then Greater Atlantic Federal Councils. But then apart from that, or in South Carolina too, even the states that we're not officially their customer, a lot of the law enforcement officers still use it. Even the Coast Guard, we get hit up by the Coast Guard people all the time asking questions and stuff like that.
Michael, any questions?
I do. Rick, congratulations on your great idea. It's really tremendous. So hats off to you. So my question is, how long does it take from the time regulation is passed until it's available on your app?
Well, usually, at least with the states where we're partnered with, we know about the regulations well in advance, the change that they let us know. And so we have a whole regulation platform that people log into to manage them. So that revision has already been entered in. So by the time it goes live, it's already ready to go in the app. And if there's something there's a mistake, or in some cases, maybe there's an oversight or something didn't get updated, we'll get hit up by somebody from federal or state agencies, and we can update it instantly like that.
That's wonderful.
Rick, can you mention what you talked to us a little bit about the licensing and that what you're working on for the future?
There's a lot of things we're working on in the future. On the government side, we really are trying to get into helping states distribute the licenses, the fishing licenses. Not only because it gives them an additional channel to sell fishing licenses and help people stay legal, but then also on the user side, we can help a user know, hey, you just caught a snook and you need a snook stamp for that. Buy it right here. Stay legal, buy it. So it helps, the users stay up to date with some of the permits and stamps and licenses. So we're definitely trying to get into that. Yeah.
So for those of you that are just tuning in, this is Miami Cop Talk on Miami's community newspapers. I'm here, Robert Asencio, with my partner Raul Correa and Mr. Michael Miller. We're speaking with Rick Blaylock, the co-founder and creator of fishrulessapp.com. Download it. It's free, right, Rick?
It is free. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it will help you, if you're a fisherman, stay within the rules. But more importantly, it'll help you enjoy your fishing experience and perhaps allow you to keep a little money in your pocket, avoid fines, or even the loss of your boat, or even worse yet, your freedom.
And avoid arguing with your buddy on the boat.
That's for sure.
On who's right on what you can keep and throw back. Yeah.
So, Rick, we're going to go fishing soon. We'd like to do a show off the boat. Is that cool?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
All right. Michael?
That sounds like fun.
All right.
Yes.
Any other words?
Rick, thank you for what you're doing. I mean, I know that how long has this app been in the market?
So we launched it in 2012, and then we've had some pretty significant milestones growing it, since then. So I went full time on Fish Rules in December to just, to grow it more and to add more features for the anglers and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think you're blowing it out of the water, man. And like I said, I mentioned it to an avid fisherman buddy of mine, EJ the Fish Slayer, and you get on Instagram. That guy is on the water like almost every day, and he didn't know about the app. So him alone, I think he's going to he's like 2,000 followers on Instagram, and I think a lot of individuals don't know. I think this forum on Community News and Miami Cop Talk is going to spread the word, and fishrulessapp.com is going to, I think, gain another 500,000 users.
God willing. Rick, we know
that'd be great.
We want to talk to you later and get you on film to the media. I'm sorry, to the public. Your background, this is a guy that started in Silicon Valley, or a guy that's really an authority when it comes to technology. and we want to make sure we tap into that brain power to be able to help us not just expand what we're doing, but also help you as a consumer. So with that note, until next time, Rick, this has been another episode of Miami Cop Talk. Shoot us a line at miamicoptalk.com. Let us know what you're thinking. We'd love to have you in the next show. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you. See you.